Hello and very warm welcome everyone. It's Marta here. Welcome back. Day 3 of our fabulous World Card Making Day celebration collaboration. Today I have something absolutely special for you because our friend Monica from Paper Mona YouTube channel, she actually have her own designer premiere. This is her designing debut. I'm super proud of you, Monica. Here is beautiful design paper Monica has created as a freebie for everyone, and these lovely flowers. I think some of them she actually hand painted as well and turned them into some digital design. So this is a freebie which is available on Monica's Buy Me a Coffee page. And here, quick comparison that if you think that the flowers are quite large, you create the smaller cards as well. You can actually downsize them. I print one on A5 size paper and the other one in the middle, I actually put as 80% of the size, because if you go to your printing prosperities, you can actually change the size of your print, so that way you can actually get the most of it and have these flowers in various sizes as well. So without any further ado, I will jump to the video, but one last thing I wish to say, please don't forget there's all the links down below in the description area. There is 4 of us, me, Monica, Paper Mona, Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady channel, and Katarina, Create with Katarina, every single day from the 1st till 4th October. So 4-day celebration. Every single day you get a free digital design plus 4 different inspiration from all of us to hopefully bring you some joy and help you to celebrate the World Card Making Day. Now, today I have this lovely design and I've decided to actually go, I wouldn't say simple, but classic. So I've decided to use this very elegant die set I have from Card Making Magic, but you can use any shape or die if you'd like. This will be working well as well. If you don't have the access to die cutting machine, you can always cut a couple of the rectangles and use your border punches to decorate them like that. Now, because I have this lovely rectangular scallop shape die, I've decided to use it to create my card base. So for that, I've cut it twice and then I score 1 inch above from the top on one of those pieces, and then I am covering it with the glue. What I like to do when adhering both layers together, I'm firstly setting them correct way from the end, and then while I'm happy with the placement, I am just folding this edge and then glue it together. Here you can see this is a lovely top hinge card I've created that way, and now I can add my front panel. Because there's lots of grayish accents on those leaves Monica designed, I've decided to go with this gray cardstock. I think it's gonna be a nice complement to those leaves, so it will be like kind of a gray purple color scheme card. And once I adhere this panel, I am gently lifting the edges. Not always you have to adhere all the layers from edge to edge. Sometimes it's worth to try this trick and just gently lift the edges. This will give you way more dimension and it will create this new look, so you get another use of your die set. If you have anything like that, just try to cut this scallop edge and then gently lift it with your fingers. Here I am adding additional white layer, and then I will be cutting this paper. And as you can see here, I am going all over the page with my die, just in trying to search the right element I like the most. There's lots of different things here, lots of layers, stars, so definitely, something which will be great for many cards. Here I had this rectangular die which I've already used yesterday, so I've decided to go with something slightly different, and I found this very old Maggie die. This is from Creative Expression, and I thought it will be working well with this lacy design I have on the edges of my card base. Here I am securing it, and a very simple trick, if you don't want to poke those little bits from your die cut piece, what I like to do, I'm always taking it out from the die, slightly bending it. This way those little particles, they always stay in the die, and it's way easier to clean it off with my brush rather than trying to poke every single of those bits from the paper die cut piece. Here I also add additional white label, and once I'm having all my layers, I can start adhering them together. Always leave it at last, because like here you can see I actually cut this white circle from this background piece. So if you're working with the mirror cardstock or some sort of a specialty paper, it's always worth to keep it, those layers untouched together, so that way you can always cut additional elements if you need it. Here I know I'm not gonna be cutting anything else, so I can start assembling my card. There's not gonna be too many layers on this card because I want to show this beautiful paper, so I don't want to cover it too much, but I thought this like elegant label in the center, that will be nice complement and base for the sentiment and the place where I can build up my flower composition around. For the sentiment, I'm using this Just For You sentiment, which was included in the ephemera piece, and I cut as a long strip, and then I'm kind of creating little fishtail. Now if you are creating the frame around your fishtail, always remember to leave a little extra space from the edges, because that way when you're gonna be cutting the fishtail from the gray color or background color paper, you need those pointy edges to stick out a little bit longer than the white cardstock. So always it's better to leave them a little extra longer, like I'm doing here. Once I adhere the layers together, I can then just follow design, and I'm trying to aim for the same thickness of the frame on all four sides. It's very simple, easy, and it's very elegant, and I like to add the additional matte layer for my banners and tags, because I think it just helps them to stand out better from the background, and most importantly they are becoming a little bit more stiffer, so it's easier for me to arch them and create this kind of a wavy pattern. Here I am adding this focal point with the help of the double-sided foam tape, so it will have a little extra dimension. And again, I am gently lifting the sides of this design, so this will have even more dimension. I'm placing this decorative white circle in the center, and now the most important thing on this card is to build up the composition. It's gonna be a little bit longer. I purposely left it on because I want to show you that it sometimes take a quite couple of good minutes to build up all these flowers, but it's definitely worth it. At the beginning of my card making journey, this is what I want to tell you this one thing, that when I start making cards, I usually added like 2 flowers, 2 leaves, and that's it. Sometimes maybe I complement them with a little ribbon as well, but that was the whole building composition process for me. Now with the time, I learned myself how to do it slightly better, I hope. And this is taking time, and don't get yourself discouraged. Like I've heard it many times, like few friends says like, oh Marta, your card's looking so nice, I would never do that. My friend, I encourage you to try, and this takes up time. You can see here I am just adding flour, trying, you know, different combination, maybe here or there, and I'm just building up. And the most important thing here is just to keep it flow. It's supposed to look organic, but this is kind of like a organized chaos, I would say, because you kind of be concentrating the flow of the composition from one side to another, or you can go like in a triangular shape as well. So instead of you adhering everything everywhere, you're kind of you concentrate on on 2 or 3 areas, and then you build up your composition in on those points. And here you can see sometimes I am cutting some of the elements if they are too large, or even quicker, I'm just tearing them half because it's not gonna be visible from the underneath. But sometimes you just have to trim something in order for your element to fit slightly better. Here you can see I have another element which I thought it was too large, so I just chop it in half, and that way I can actually have 2 of the element instead of the one, because no one will see underneath this sentiment that you know, the half of the flower is missing. So this is just a matter of you to try and how to say that, experiment. Just keep working with your composition until you get happy, until everything looks, you know, the way you think, like, oh, there's no more space for you to squeeze anything else. This is where I'm usually call it the work is finished. Until that, I'm keep working, I'm keep adding. And what I like to do as well, I like to kind of gently squeeze the elements, especially the leaves. I'm usually trying to shape them pointy. This will give them lots of dimension, and I don't have to use additional foam tape. As you can see here, the only one thing I used the foam tape was this gray focal point, this die cut piece on the, you know, on the card. The rest of the flowers is just a hot glue, but because I shaped them with my fingers, it's definitely the card. You'll see that in a minute on a close-up look. The card turned out so dimensional, and I think it's just looking lovely. But it will still stay flat, so you can put it in the envelope for mailing. Now, because we are going almost till the end of the video, I just want to remind everyone that this free designs I'm using here, this is design made by our friend Monica, Paper Mona, because there's 2 Monicas here in this collaboration. So at this time we are playing with Monica's Paper Mona design, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love this design, and I hope you will jump on to Monica YouTube channel to congratulate her, because this is her designing debut, and I just think that she made a fabulous job. Here to complement these flowers, I am using a couple of the pearls, and I'm just adding them to the flower centers just for additional texture and some interest to the card. I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know what you think about this card, because those flowers, they definitely stole my heart, and I'll be keep coming back to these elements in the future for sure. And definitely I'm gonna be using those gray leaves, because they will be great addition for the wedding flowers and things like that. Here lastly, I am just making sure that all loose leaves are adhered, because there's nothing worse than the leaves, they're kind of bent a little bit and then they just become loose. So you just want to make sure everything is nicely done and properly secure. So here is the close-up look on this card. Let me know what you think. And of course, as always, thank you so much for all your likes, shares, comments underneath my video. I really appreciate that. And all the links to the other videos from this collaboration are in the description area. Stay blessed, my friends, and bye-bye. Oh, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy crafting, everyone.